promised you guys a tutorial, so I thought I would film it this morning before I started work. And since we're on day 4 of quarantine, that it would give me something to do. And now that I'm filming, the dog wants to get involved. It's up at the window. So yeah, so I thought the first thing that I would start with, and what I promised, was a kind of everyday vintage look. So I've done my makeup. It's the first time I've done makeup in about a week, because I've just been kind of in my house. So don't judge me. And I'm just gonna do a quick vintage style. So I haven't brushed my hair in like a day, so it might be a bit tuggy. So I'm going to start by sectioning my hair off from the top, and you can either use your nail or you can use a comb. I prefer to use my nail just because I can feel it. And normally I want to section just behind the ear, so a nice straight line behind the ear. And I'll use my sectioning clip, stick that all behind. And then you want to take a section about maybe about an inch of a section, and you've got your trusty setting lotion. Give it a spray, not so it's soaking, but just so it's kind of, you know, a little bit damp. And then take your tong. It might sizzle a little bit. My mirror is not in the best position, so we're gonna see some double chin. So I like to touch it to make sure that it's hot all the way through, so that there's, no, don't do it until you burn yourself obviously, but until it's hot, until you're like, ah yeah. And then you let it out. So first one done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right down that section here, and then I'm going to section off behind my ear again, and we're going to do the exact same for these as we've done for these guys. Now what you can also do is, if you want a little bit extra height already, you can go straight in with your comb and do a little bit of back comb so that it's already got some height. Now, I just want to say that this is my kind of quick work vintage hairstyle. So I work in an office, so generally I'm just kind of sitting about for around about 8 hours a day. So it's not something that I put 100% effort into. If I'm going out on a night out, or if it's an event, I will spend a lot longer on my hair. This is just kind of a quick, easy style that everyone can do. If I was going out, I would probably spend a lot more time thinking on my particular setting pattern, or the way that I want to do it, or the brush out. Sometimes I spend 20 minutes brushing my hair out. Yeah. But they all knew him well. She was there with a stare that said, go on if you dare. But you could hardly blame the girl. On the floor she'd stay, dancing night and day, just to keep them all away, dancing around. Now we're done with the front of the hair. You can see it's all nice and, well, nice and neat. Don't worry if it's not super neat or either kind of all over the place. It takes practice to kind of get them quite neat. The back of my hair is never neat just because you can't see it. So speaking of the back of the hair, what I tend to do is I start with the top, just to kind of get the top section out of the way. And what I tend to do, so I just use my fingers, and I'll kind of use my fingers to kind of lay out a block, a similar size of hair as you've been doing all the way around. Just grab it like this. And then what I tend to do is just give it a little bit of back comb, just a little, so it's got a little bit of height. Again, in with the setting lotion, brush that through. And then we're going to do, what I tend to do is I do the 2 side sections, so just this kind of like area here at the top, and then what we'll do is we'll section the back into 3 3 sections, and then you'll work your way down just as you have done on the front here. I don't know if it's the same for other vintage type folk out there, but especially when I'm in full kind of vintage gear, I'm sometimes asked if I'm dressed up, if I'm going to a party, like a fancy dress party, or if I'm in a play. No, this is just me. Thanks very much. If you haven't already noticed, I am trying to limit the amount of rubbish that I'm talking, because for anyone who knows me, I do tend to talk a lot of rubbish. I'm a rambler. So being on my own and talking to a camera, I tend to ramble. Okay, so as I said, we're going to split this back section into 3. So again, no proper means or ways about it, I just cut it into 3. Again, for people who know me, they know I normally do a weird thing where I put my hair in my mouth to section it away, but this is a video, not going to do that. So we're going to just bring these forward and out the way, and we're going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin up the back section so it's not going to get mixed up, and I'm going to start on the side. And now for the back section. So this is when the double chin will reign. Because let me put my head in like this.
Another ukulele, lady fool around with you. Maybe she'll cry, maybe she'll cry, maybe.
Okay, so now we're done, and this is what the back looks like. I have no idea because I don't have a mirror, because makeshift. Okay, so now what we tend to do is I've got 2 different hairsprays. So this is my set and spray hairspray. This is the type of one that's easy to brush out, so it's a softer hairspray. So I'll just kind of give my hair a good old squish. Once I've done that, I let my hair cool. So what you want to do is, you can tell if it's cooled, so if you put your fingers into your rolls, and that sounds dodgy, you'll be able to find if it's fully cool. If it's still a little bit warm, keep it in the roller, and we'll come back when it's time to brush out.
Summer blouses, summer blouses.
And we're back. So usually when my hair's setting, I will finish the rest of my makeup. So I put my lipstick on, because I didn't forget to. It wasn't that at all. Okay, so my hair's all nice and cooled, and it's ready to take out. So what I would probably say is leave this, hi dog, Finnick wants to join and help. I would say leave this for as long as you possibly can. I don't have a lot of time because I'm due to start work. Yes, I'm working from home. So I need to do a quick set, which is fine, which I tend to do sometimes. So I will take out my hair, and then we will go for a good old brush out. So I'm going to leave these guys up here because this is going to be my height on my fringe. And I'm just going to run my fingers through first to break up my curls. Okay, so now I'm going to have a little brush through. So I'm going to start with this side. And what you want to do is when you're brushing, you know, control it, don't just rip through, because that is one way you will ruin your curls. So nice and controlled, don't pull too much. And when you're brushing the bottom, I tend to like brush round my hand, just so that it's got a nice control on the ends. Well, that's a look. Okay, so with these sections we're going to give them a spray, not too much, again with this spray, and we're going to give them a bit of a back comb. Now, if you've got flyaways and stuff, you can always use some coconut oil. I'm running out of this, but it is my favourite. I'll give it a little squish. Or you can give your brush a little spray and then just use it to brush through so that it's nice and smooth and you don't have lots of flyaways. Now, once you're happy with your set, give it a good spray with a firm hairspray. And there we are. A quick, easy vintage hairstyle that you can wear every day. If you guys want to learn anything else, I'll be putting up some options on my Instagram stories. You'll probably tell that this is my first ever tutorial because I've just dropped hundreds of rubbish. So hopefully with time they'll get better, but the weird faces and the rubbish talking probably won't ever stop, so but yeah, thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy.